everybody. I'm just going to do a short little episode today. We have a creator from the UK who's we're still waiting on. Hopefully, he'll be here soon. But since obviously we have a big schedule difference there, we wanted to be able to still show off his book and talk to him if he does get here. So until he gets here, I thought I would just go through and kind of do our normal thing. So let's see here. So the book we were talking about today is Empowered Outsiders 2, an anthology of independent heroes, kind of a superhero related thing, obviously. It's already hit its goal. So they're actually, they had a small goal, but went ahead and hit that already, which is good to see. And our friend Ed, I think, is writing one of the stories, or if not, leading all the stories for this. But very cool book. Some pretty nice artwork here. I like, if you've seen our show thumbnail, you've seen this. And yeah, so it's pretty cool stuff. I like that the, if I remember correctly, when I talked to Ed earlier, I think last year, he said that they mostly have their stuff completely done before they go on start their campaign. So definitely something where you probably will not have to worry about that. I know even if it isn't completely done, Ed's a lot of books and has always delivered. So I'm hoping we can talk to him about this. If not, I can kind of just go through and show off what's cool about this. So this takes place on the world of Terra, where people are just starting to get superhuman abilities and are labeled empowered by the media and society at large. They're kind of an X-Men situation where they're mistrusted and feared. And this story is going to be about three of those people: Vigilance, kind of a rich girl who doesn't care, but has being in this world thrust upon her; Drift, who experiences a comedic story where she is bad at using her powers; and Lobo, who is still fighting for his city but needs help against a powerful foe. Um, so yeah, some pretty interesting stuff here. I don't think I see a lot of superhero anthologies on Kickstarter, so it's always cool to see that. Usually, it's just one ongoing story, but I think there's a uh, big gap where these are fun stories sometimes, especially when you're commenting on existing archetypes and you kind of have one small point. I'm surprised we don't see more of these, as I think it really lends itself to that when you're kind of taking some genres that we're pretty familiar with and doing your twist on them. I think sometimes short stories are the way to go. So it looks like what he's done here, and I'm go through some of this art, which I really like the colors on this. They did a great job with that, and so that was really appealing and good to see. I mean, I think so many Kickstarters really have trouble finding good colorists, and it shows. It really is a big separator between when you look at indie work and big two work. Colors are one of the things that always stand out, and it's great to see somebody take some attention to doing things like that are, you can get a lot of color and saturation there without necessarily being neon soaked or super pop looking. So I always like to see some elegance there, which is kind of what this looks like to me. And kind of go through these preview pages. Might play that trailer a little bit. And if not, we'll just kind of go through. And if Ed shows up, we'll talk to him. If not, we will just kind of show off some of this great artwork. I think this was the rich girl character from the description. Kind of nice stuff here. I really like the time they've taken with these backgrounds. These are looking great. And yeah, the design and the way this looks too is really nice, really graphic. So again, that's kind of the dovetail on what I said about coloring in a lot of these books. The art sometimes really is not what you expect the big two. So when you see some stuff that's really shining, I love to see that. Yeah, definitely. Bringing some of the comments here. Brian, yeah, the most common anthology I see is horror. Yeah, absolutely. That and kind of your supernatural stuff, which I guess is the same thing. But yeah, really, it's really cool just to see a superhero anthology. I like this. That's something I think. There's really go to themes or like holiday stuff, or there's. It seems like anthologies tend to be for niche genres. And I like to see it about kind of your bigger genres, because there's, I think, a good opportunity to go through there and say, because we're already so familiar with so much of the stuff already, we're, again, like putting a twist on it, kind of bending the genre a little bit. So I think there's an opportunity to do some cool stuff in that format, which is cool to see. Another comment about how long is the stories? I don't know. If we had a guest, I would ask him. But I think I can find out. So let's see here. This is one thing, Joey and I, when we're putting together campaigns, always try to concentrate on right at the front of the campaign saying, hey, this is a 34-page book with 12-page stories, full color, kind of put all that out there right at the outset. So let's see, though, if we can find this. Maybe at the bottom here, about era. There we go. I don't think I know how many pages this is going to be. Being as we're seeing so many sample pages, I would guess that these are probably, I would imagine they're sort of 12 pagers. So probably somewhere in that 36-page range. But yeah, let's see here. No frequently asked questions. Might be in rewards. It does not say. Well, can't say we didn't try. But yeah, so probably just do a quick thing here today. Kind of going through, I kind of showing off some of the artwork here. This cover, I sure would like to see more of, and I wish if Ed were here, he could kind of show us that, because that's a really cool, kind of reminds me of the Luna Brothers, if anybody remembers them from a few years ago. They were really popular. Kind of that animated feel, but a little more realistic, so that's cool. But obviously, if you want to check this project out, it's met its goal. The link, if you're watching this on YouTube, is in the description, along with a few other projects from some friends of ours, which I might just run through right now. Puff Puff Parent has kind of gotten off to a start here, and definitely need some people to check out this book. It's really funny. It's from my friend J. Michael Miller, and it's a fun story. I've seen a lot of the artwork for this, and something I really think it's probably kind of an unusual genre a little bit. It's a little bit humor, a little bit slice of life. But yeah, this is one I think people, once this gets some critical mass of people noticing it, people will really want to check this one out. It's got some good artwork. It's got a great concept, and like the others, that link is over there in the description. Actually, sorry, my bad. I wasn't sharing that. But yeah, here's Puff Puff Parent. So like I said, this one's got a little ways to go, but hopefully we can get there. It's still 23 days left. And like I said, I think this one is one people have slept on a little bit, but we'll definitely want to check out. Another campaign still live is from our friend CJ Hudson, Tiny Island Over the Kingdom Under the Sea, which I can say because I had to practice a few times before we went on and had CJ on a show last week. That is a bit of a tongue twister. This one's doing really well and has had a really good, kind of gotten through the midpoint of its campaign, and still just kept picking up speed. So that's obviously really cool to see.
Ben,
Hello?
Ben, it's me. Did our guest not show up?
Our guest did not show up. No, I was gonna do a quick run through some of our friends' books and my book, and just do a quick stream.
It's all good, dude. I had to step away from what I was doing really quick because I said, "Oh no, Ben's online by himself, so I can't turn
No,
on my camera because it's
no
all
worries.
I don't have anything set up. But I can talk to you with my voice, so that this is not just you by yourself, pal."
Yeah, I don't mind. I can
So
go on, especially about this type of stuff. But yeah,
yeah,
appreciate it,
heck
man.
yeah. Yeah, no problem at all. We've got a handful of people watching right now, but this is our gorgeous this is a gorgeous book from our pal CJ Hudson. Right now it's getting real close to $5,000, and he's got all kinds of really cool stuff. He's got some really great unlocks. So if we can get this thing even closer to $5,000 before this ends in 5 days, that would be amazing. He's got 235 backers right now, so there's 235 people that are going to be getting this thing in one way or another. So the further we can get into this thing, the more funding that we can get to this thing, the better chance that he's going to be able to bring some more of these issues out for you guys, and bring this kind of genre, right? Because it's kind of this mix of like American comic style with like anime and like manga style kind of interiors and stuff. So very interesting take on this kind of genre, and it's really popular right now.
Yeah, yeah. That, like I was saying before, this one's hit a really good midpoint of its campaign. I think that it hasn't had quite the slump I've seen with a lot of other books, or pretty much any of my campaigns. If the middle is a little rough, but
Yeah.
this one's kind of picked up steam. So I would be surprised if this doesn't have a really big closeout last few days.
Yeah, we really tried to make sure that So the way we kind of run these campaigns, right? Because I helped CJ build this campaign out, and you and I did. So we like to really try to make sure that you guys have the right price points to where the middle of the campaign, there's like really no middle of the campaign that's really down, right? So if
Mhm.
you stay steady and you continue to rise even just a little bit on a daily basis, that's the best goal, right? To kind of see that there's not really a slump in the middle. So when you can do that with a campaign, I think you kind of made a successful campaign there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I really noticed that. I mean, I thought I've seen a lot of this obviously before it was on Kickstarter. So I knew it had cool artwork and it had some great covers. But yeah, I'm not surprised at all to see that this one's done really well.
Yeah,
Very
it's
cool
doing pretty
stuff.
good. Yeah, and gorgeous interiors, great covers, tons of great covers, from a ton of really amazing artists. Definitely gonna want, and then he's even got some mystery covers there that you guys can only get in the add-ons. Um, they are not shown right there in the covers, but you can look into the add-ons, and that's in the add-on section. There's so many gorgeous looking covers there by some amazing artists that are part of the community. And and they're out there right now. You guys can see all kinds of really great stuff from them.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's definitely check that one out. I'm gonna jump over to Smut, which is doing really well also.
Yeah, that one's
This
doing pretty
one's
good. That one's from our
crushing
pal
it.
Wells.
Hmm.
Wells Thompson. This one's crushing it right now. This one is kind of like a slice of life kind of story where a young woman has had some really bad relationships. So she wants her next relationship to be better, and she wants to be a better person in the relationship, right? And not just jump the person's bones on the first night. so she has to kind of show some restraint there, and I'm not sure if it's it's gonna work out. We'll see how it goes. You gotta buy this book to find out.
Yeah.
Really good, gorgeous interiors here again, and then kind of here we go again, right? We got another kind of NSFW genre where or book where it's kind of inspired by manga, right? But it's inspired by manga art style with mixed a little bit of American comics. So
Hmm.
very cool.
Yeah, that's something I really like to see that's happening. I think it's something where I think not just in terms of the artwork, which we've seen a lot of that for a while now, but
Yeah,
also now I think in terms of the story, people are finding good ways to combine your slice of life stuff with stuff that works kind of for what readers from our culture are used to, and really
yeah,
mirroring those in cool ways.
yeah. It's very cool. I think it's picking up, right? And I was a little reluctant at first when I was looking at some of this stuff, some of this like manga influenced kind of comics. I mean, I think with these two, because of how gorgeous it looks, I think it's kind of might be uh might like it a little bit more than I used to.
Well, I mean, this one did a thing I thought was really cool is that you see, and something I wish we had more of in Western comics was sports stuff.
Oh yeah.
There's so many cool mangas that are just about basketball or this or that,
Oh yeah.
any sort of thing.
Mhm.
You've got kind of the gym culture that is a part of this character's life. I think kind of
Yeah.
inches up to that in a way that I like to see.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. And definitely this one's got 411 backers with 11 days to go. Almost at 9,500. Just we can get this one to 10K in 11 days, guys. So tons of really great looking stuff here. All kinds of some really great looking covers. There's some NSFW covers in there as well. So definitely, this is not one of those books that's like I know it says smut on there, but I don't feel like it's it's not one of those books where it is sex driven, right? This is story driven, this is character driven, this is slice of life, and that sex just has a big part of this person's life. So definitely gonna want to check this one out. Slice of life, looking gorgeous looking artwork.
Yeah, I always took the title as kind of a like it was sort of play on the idea of it being that way. Like I never quite took it as like this is a really
Yeah,
deep into that sort of area of comics and kind of say, hey,
mm,
we're joking about the fact that it is a little bit of that.
yeah,
So yeah, I think
definitely,
that came across. It's probably just the artwork and the design. It really just I think that's another reason that this has been so successful. Is just it was really clear about what it was.
totally. Yeah, I love when books do that, right? When they know exactly what they're doing, what they are, and they kill it, right?
Hmm.
So this one's doing really good. Check it out.
Yeah, yeah, very cool to see. I think that's all. We have no guest from over from England, but
We
we're
have a
able to go through
couple
his
that
book a little bit.
we do have a few that we want people to follow. Um,
Oh yeah.
we do have we have one from our pal over at with Kenneth Laster called Zeta Galaxy Outlaws,
Oh yeah,
and
that one's great. See if I can bring that up.
that one's really gorgeous looking right now. And I can send you some stuff to look at behind the scenes, and I'll upload it, or we can upload it or show some of it. But it's a gorgeous looking book. It's set in the near future. It's a cowboy kind of theme. Um, so basically you got Zeta, who is first day on the job, and she comes in contact with I forget her name. It's let me pull it up. I got it right here in front of me because I'm actually working on the project myself behind the scenes, and I'm trying to let me pull up the log line for you guys really quick because I want to make sure that you guys know exactly what this is. It's a really well thought out piece, man. Basically you guys follow Tex. We call her Tex. And she comes in contact with Vega Corzone, which is an outlaw, and in this world there's the lines between outlaw and activist are blurred. So this is you kind of follow Tex here on her path, and she kind of has to question her view, her worldview, because is she really an outlaw, or is she just an activist? And it's kind of blurs those lines, but she jumps. It's going to be really cool because it puts you right in the story when she's like a good guy fighting against these outlaws, and then she kind of has to flip her thinking process. So we always get you kind of see that in those like post apocalyptic kind of world, maybe like those zombie genres a lot, where lines are really blurred, right? And this kind of feels like this is going to be one of those kinds of stories.
Yeah, and I think you've shown me some interiors for this one, right? This is by the same artist who did Try Not to Die.
Exactly. Yes, Ken Laster.
Yeah.
He did
Oh
the
my
he did
god.
the Try Not to Die interiors. I'm gonna shoot you some pictures, or some interiors, or actually some teasers. I don't know if I can grab them because they're TIFF covered the
Oh yeah,
pictures,
those might be tough.
so those might be
But yeah,
tough
I
over.
gotta say, people, if this book is like this is some next level art. I mean, for an indie
Yeah,
book, this is as good as it gets.
but I will send you some of our social media assets that we're working on that do have some interior art in here. It's really gorgeous looking stuff. You guys are definitely going to want to check this out. um really bright colors. He's got some covers from Marcus Jimenez, one of his pals called Buttercup. Like really cool looking stuff. I'm going to shoot you over the covers for that so that you can see. Here's the cover A by Kenneth Laster himself. And then let's see, did that get in there? Sorry about that. I'm trying to send these at the same time that I'm talking to you. And
Oh yeah,
then
no, I was kind of
I'm like,
struggling to do that
it's
myself.
kind of hard to talk and like do things at the same time and chew gum and eat, and
Yeah,
walk at the same
yeah.
time. Um,
Whoever made
but
that
man,
phrase up knew what they were saying.
these are some gorgeous looking books. This is Kenneth's book here. And we're actually I was actually talking to him on behind the scenes a little bit, and we were like, okay, should we do covers? Should we do metal covers? And so we're kind of wondering which one of these books would look really great. I think I say C, cover C by Marcus Jimenez would look really good as a hollow foil
Yeah,
cover.
I think so. It's got all that
All
empty
those
space that
all
could
that
really shine with that. Yeah.
Yep, and those that yellow could look really cool with hollow behind it, though that that glow that he gave the character a little bit there could work really good with that hollow. So this, we're on the fence. We're still making choices here, but man, these interiors are gorgeous. I'll tease some of the interiors very soon and show you guys. Here's the Buttercup cover, very very cool. I think this is a like a Wonder Woman homage. I forget what homage, just because she's
Hmm.
got that. He sent me something and he said, "Oh, it's homage to this." So I got to look it up in our contacts. But it's one where Wonder Woman has the lasso of truth wrapped around, and it's such a cool
Oh,
cover
okay.
looking thing,
I can see
and it's
that.
very, yeah, very reminiscent to this cover here. So you guys are definitely gonna want to check this one out. So follow this one. It's not live, but it is up and ready to be followed now. Um,
Yeah.
which other ones do we have right now? I think that might be it. That's oh, Unbroken by Dauntless Stories. That one is up to be followed right now as well. And I'm gonna send you over some assets really quick so you can look at
Cool.
the if I can find it, because I'm not as organized as I should be right now.
You weren't even expecting to come on, so
I know. um, but
love
yeah,
that.
very very cool stuff. Let me see. What am I looking up here? Sorry about that. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Unbroken. This is gonna be a YA book. It's gonna YA book uh connected to the Deadly Verse. So what Dauntless does is they kickstart their books, and I believe they also put it in the direct market. So this one's gonna be really cool, and definitely gonna want to follow this one. 50 followers almost here, so make sure you guys are checking this one out. Dauntless Stories puts out some really great stuff. So you're definitely going to want to check this one out. Lots of more coming from them very soon as well. Um, and then I think that's it to follow. Oh, Cowboys, Kaijus and Cowboys is live right now.
Oh, that's right. How did I forget
That's
about that
another
one?
one that we would love for you guys to check out. That one's live and funding. Very cool looking one. This is from Matthew Blair. We're gonna have Matthew Blair on this weekend on a show. This is just a little quick show to kind of do a run through these Kickstarters. But our Sunday night show, we're gonna have Matthew Blair on with a handful of other creators. I think Wells Thompson's gonna be on as well, right?
Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I have the list, same as you. I have that in one of our conversations, but it's way up the page.
We got a list. So this one's close to hitting 2K at 44 backers, 18 days to go. This one's really cool. This one always reminds me of kind of like the old school kind of like 2080 or like 20
Mhm.
2080. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get
Kind of
that.
style, like the art style. Um, very very cool stuff. Yeah, definitely gonna want to check this one out. If you, especially, cowboys and westerns are hot right now, and then so are kaiju's. So this one mixes both of them, both worlds together. So how you're definitely gonna want to get this one. And look at the colors.
Yeah, so it looks like a blacklight poster.
Yeah, it
I love
does.
that.
Super cool. It's wave vibrant.
He always has some really. I mean, I know Matthew's just a writer, but
Yeah.
he finds not just good artists, which of course you want to have.
Mhm.
He usually finds stuff that's really unique and really well suited to his book.
Right, right, right. Totally,
All
totally. And
right,
I think that's all I got now so far.
that's all I got.
And
Yeah,
yeah, that's about it. So
we have one question here from Brian Hawkins. Speaking of anthologies, how's "Don't Push the Red Button"? I think we're still
that's coming. Oh,
putting that
that's not,
together.
I don't think that's bad. But yeah, that's
Oh,
so that one's coming. We sent out I think we sent out a message to all the backers. So the money has been sent over to the creators to be paid out, right? So now they have been paid, and now they are finishing up their artwork. There's a handful of teams that are finished. Some of the other ones are just about finished with their work, and we're getting to the point to where we're going to start putting this work together, and we're going to start. Ben and I actually need to have a meeting with Oscar very soon to talk about the next phase, and then talk about putting this book together and then sending it out to press. So it's on its way. We promise. We're still on track, guys. So we're actually ahead of time. Actually, we're doing really good with the timeline that we gave ourselves, and everybody's on point. We're on time, just a little bit ahead of time. So we're good. We're doing good with that one. Archetypes is also ahead of schedule. I sent over all the files, or most of the files, to Ben. Ben is going to be working on that very soon, and we should have that. I'm thinking by the end of this month, or a little bit closer to the first 2 weeks of we're in April, right? May. So that is on track too, because we said April or May and June would be distribution for that, and that we're on track for that as well. Now, once we send the files over to the printer, we are subject to the printer schedule. So we will let everybody know when that's coming. That Other than that, that's all I got, man.
That's all I got, except for if you want my book, Cobalt Crisis. You're watching on YouTube. The link is down there in the description. It is in pre-launch on Kickstarter. It's basically if Crisis on Infinite Earths had happened in the 1940s. So you get all that golden age pulp atmosphere and all the big epic excitement of those those 80s events. So if that's your
Totally.
thing, get over
Yeah,
there and check that one out.
totally. And thanks a lot, Ben, for jumping in and doing this. I gotta get
Absolutely.
going. I gotta pop out here myself because I have lunch coming to my door here in like 2 minutes. So,
That sounds good.
well, thank you guys.
All right.
Thank
Thanks
you, Ben,
everybody
for
for showing
popping
up.
in.
And Joey, thanks for jumping in.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for. I saw you were solo, so I had to come in and help.
I appreciate it, man. All right. Well, we will see everybody on Sunday. A lot of great books to talk about.